Crystal never thought her 30-year friendship with Antonio would come to an end. But she says Antonio stole $300 from her last July. And the hurt and betrayal she felt was enough to end the friendship. However, Antonio says Crystal has made a big mistake by wrongly accusing him of stealing her money. Take a look.
The fact that Crystal is accusing me of doing this is crushing me, because I would never do it like that. I love her to death. I would never, ever steal from her. Back in July, I moved in with my sister, and she lost her keys. And I went and found the keys, and she left them in the door, you know, and I told her, you left your keys in the door. And she said, no, I didn't, no, I didn't. She thought that I went and stole her keys, went into her truck, took her money, and then brought her keys back. How can I do that if, you know, did you hear your door open? Did you hear the door slam? You hear everything right here in the house. You're right here in the living room. You hear any of that? No. Why? Because I didn't do it. $300 is not worth throwing away a friendship like that, especially when somebody's always had your back and you always had their back. It's not worth it. Why would I throw away everything I had and the happiness I had in that household at that time for $300 when I just gave her that money to live there? And around town, she's spreading these lies on me and saying that I'm a thief and that that's just not me. I really don't care what anybody else thinks, because they ain't gonna make or break me anyway. But what I care is that my niece and the rest of her children are thinking that I'm a thief, and I'm not a thief. And that's why I'm here to prove to them and everybody else that I'm not a thief.
Crystal, that's your former friend on the tape.
That's my brother that stole from me, that lied to me, that betrayed me. When he asked me, you gotta understand, Steve, I was a single mom. I struggled to pay for this house. I worked 3 jobs when necessary to take care of mine. Tony was a part of I met him before I even started having really babies. So he's always been there. My kids looked up to him. My kids, he was their father figure. He was a good friend. To this day, it hurts me to even think that he would betray me like that, knowing how bad I struggled.
Why do you think that he took the money?
Steve, it was just me and him. He knew what I went to do. Prior to this, this day happening, I seen him take $20 out of my truck. He was the only one that knew where I kept my money at. And the only reason why he knew is because I had to go and get gas, okay? So he seen where I took it from. And I didn't think nothing about it. You don't think those things, you know? So a couple of days later, he's like, well, Crystal, what if I just rent a place from you? Because he was looking, and he had been staying with me prior to that. I said, well, Tony, if you want to live here, you know, you got to pay me $300 because everything goes up. So, and I can't do me and you.
Right.
So he turned around and he's like, all right. He's like, so he gave me the $300, all right? I came back home. I was tired, not thinking, put my keys on the table. Prior to me saying anything to Tony or anybody else, you know, I was like, well, maybe I just left the keys in the door, because I went upstairs. Came in, put the keys on the table, went upstairs, laid down. Damn, I forgot the keys. Got to go back downstairs to get the keys. So I go downstairs to get the keys. They're not on the table. So before I say anything to anybody, I go and check the doors. Now, there was no keys in the doors. That's when I got to asking. I said, Tony, I said, where's my keys at? Have you seen them? He's like, no, but I'll help you find them. All right, now we're talking about maybe a half an hour. He brings the keys in. I was Tony, why is my keys outside? He said, they was in the door. I said, Tony, you lied. I already checked the doors before I asked you. If he passes, okay? I will be woman enough to say, look, I'm sorry, and I'll apologize, and I'll move on.
Would you want to repair the relationship?
I would definitely want to repair the relationship.
Well, let's find
out.
But
if he lied, and he don't pass that lie detector test,
right,
he'll be dead to me, Steve.
That's sad.
He will be dead to me.
And I'm not going to try to dissuade you from that feeling. I'd be quite honest, if somebody came into my house and stole money,
you came to me. I didn't come to you.
Right, I would cut them out too. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's meet your former friend, Antonio.
I ain't steal your damn money, Crystal.
You lying, Tony.
Whatever.
You
dude.
lying. I'm telling you, woman to man, you lying.
I did not steal your money, man. I was there,
Tony.
I did not steal your money, Crystal.
You lying.
What story are you coming up with now?
It ain't no story, Tony. It's the same thing.
You got to say your piece. You got to say your piece. Can I speak mine now? Thank you.
You gonna make me end up saying something?
Say something. What?
Tony.
I don't care.
Tony, what the hell's going on?
I do drugs? I don't care. I don't steal people's money. I'm not a thief. I would never steal from you, Crystal. I would die for you. And
Tony,
I would never steal from you.
I
would never steal from you.
How bad you want it?
I would never steal from you, Crystal.
You're lying, Tony.
You mentioned that he has been very close with your children. Your one daughter's here. Let's bring her out, Angelica.
How are you?
How you doing, Angelica?
Good, how are you?
You know, sad story. Two people very close, very friendly. He also has a relationship with you and your siblings. And it comes down to your mom thinks that Antonio stole $300 out of her truck. What would you like to add to this?
I believe that he did it as well. I mean, like, it hurts me to even know that you would even steal from our own family. We took you in off the streets when you didn't have a place to go. You were my father figure growing up in my life. And for you to sit here and steal from us, the hand that fed you, that, you know, made sure that you were going to be okay, the one person I can sit here and turn to and talk to, you're going to sit here and steal from us? That hurts so bad. You don't know. I can't even look at you the same way growing up now. I can't look at you that way.
What the hell?
You hurt me so bad, Tony. Completely.
Why, and I'm just curious, why do you believe Antonio stole the money?
Why do I believe it?
Yeah.
Because I was even in the area. I was upstairs in my room. And I heard the commotion, Steve. I went downstairs.
But I mean, did you see him do anything that made you think he took the money?
No, by his actions, I guess. That's all I can really say is by his actions.
And you really believe it because of what your mother's telling you?
No, I don't believe it just because of what she said. The actions speak louder than words.
But until this day, did he ever steal anything before?
No, but it questions if he has before.
Right.
Yeah,
Antonio came here, took a lie detector test, and Antonio...
Smoke weed, so I couldn't tell.
We gave him a 10-panel drug test. He tested positive for methamphetamines and marijuana. He is therefore untestable.
Why am I the only one that got to take tests? Why couldn't she take tests?
Tony.
Why couldn't you take the test? Why couldn't you take the test?
You want me to take? I'll take any test you want me to take, but I guarantee you, you dead to me.
One, to me, that's a guilty sign.
Yep.
Two.
Yep.
Two. Number two, the fact that you want her to take a test. Like, what, did you really have $300? Did you really throw our friendship away? Did you really throw the friendship you have away with my children over, I'm making up a story that I stole $300. She ain't arrested you. She didn't call the police. She didn't do anything. She just wants to know if you stole the damn money. So the fact that you're demanding her to take a test, you know what? I don't know if you took the money. I have no proof, but my opinion is I think you took the money. And whatever chance you had to repair the friendship, you blew it. Because you haven't been friends for a year, right?
I haven't talked to him in over a year.
So you're okay with just leaving it like that?
Hey, like I said, I didn't steal her money. I didn't do this to her. I wouldn't do it to her.
See you later.
Deuces.
Again, like I said, I have no proof that he stole the money, and I couldn't give you an answer, which we really strive to give people an answer on the show. No fault of ours. It's his fault. But I'll say this. It's a shame that people do jeopardize lifelong friendships over money.
When he stole the $20, I turned the other cheek. When he sold the $300 and almost jeopardized my home, that I raised my children,
I understand.
I cannot.
But you know what? He's going to live with that guilt, and it's going to eat him away what he did to you.